Hi, this is Coach David Halal. Today we're going to talk about crisis. What is the definition of crisis? Crisis is a time of intense difficulty, intense trouble or danger. Um, uh, a critical point. Usually a crisis is a turning point. A turning point. To talk about crisis is not really an easy subject because a lot of people would rather not talk about crisis that they're going through. But usually, after we go through it, we are willing to talk or we are willing to advise other people. Or usually, another thing is after you go through a crisis, then you become a little wiser. You gain a little wisdom. So a crisis is usually a turning point. Every crisis can be resolved in, with the wise or with the right decisions. You should never forget that. Don't just think, a crisis, something you're going through right now that you can get out of it. You can always get out of it. This is the reason why life is a awesome thing, because no matter what you're going through, you can always find a way out. In fact, for most people that when you're going through something until later on you realize that what, it wasn't so bad after all. It usually looks worse or seem worse than it actually is. It's never as bad as you think it is. You have to understand that in every crisis there is a hidden secret. There's a hidden wisdom that you would not learn otherwise. You would not earn otherwise. When you're going through crisis, you must first of all check yourself, because most people, whenever they're going through something, they start blaming other people. They start blaming other people, and if they believe in God and they say, well, God is making me go through it. But they never check themselves to see, well, maybe I made a mistake. You must check to see what instruction was dishonored. What instruction was dishonored? That means what instruction that you did not follow. Instructions. Remember my first video. Who was wronged? What did you do? Who was wronged? Not wrong, but wronged. What did you do? Who did you wrong? You must check also what will stop this crisis from reoccurring. You must check yourself to make sure that that doesn't happen again. You don't want to do the same mistakes and go through the same crisis over and over again, because then that means you did not learn. You have to check to see when, and where the crisis began. What decision that you made that started this trouble, this problem, this danger in your life, this crisis. Who gave you counsel? Who gave you an advice? Who, maybe it was the wrong advice, or which advice you did not follow, which advice you did not, did you ignore? And you also need to find out who is the problem person. Because sometimes you might have a crisis and it's not really you. It might be somebody you have in your house, somebody you have in your car, somebody you have in your job, somebody you're dealing with, somebody that you should not, be associated with. You understand? So that's very important, because, that's the only way you can come out. Because sometimes you have to get rid of somebody. Meaning that you have to stop talking to them, or you have to cut them loose. Separate yourself from them. Because a lot of times when you're going through things like that, that means there is somebody in your life that's not according, or that's not following certain rules, or that are breaking certain laws. 3 questions can resolve your crisis. The first one you must find 7 people. You must find people around you, 7 advisors, that people that can advise you. You must find people that are willing to, to get along with you and talk to you, and or that people that you can get along with, where you can talk to them one on one. You can tell them, this is what I'm going through, this is my problem, this is what's going on. Because think about this, on earth, if you're going through money crisis, we don't have a lack of money in the world or on earth. There's a lot of money going around. There's a lot of money going around. So if you're going through a money problem, it's not because there's money problem. It's usually a knowledge problem, misunderstanding, lack of wisdom, laziness. And again, crisis also will let you know, will let some people know in your life how great you are. Or other people's greatness might submerge, some other people's greatness might be exposed. You see, crisis introduces your greatness to others, or others' greatness to you, because that's how you know. Well, if you're having a tax problem, who's a really good accountant? If you're having a spiritual problem, who's a really good spiritual leader? A pastor maybe, or somebody who, a guru, or somebody who can lead you out of the wilderness. Because sometimes we're going through things, it's not because we don't want to. It's not because we want to. And it's not because we don't want to get out of it. It's because we have a lack of people. We have a lack of people. You must understand, every crisis is usually a starting place, or birthplace, if you will. Now think about a woman who's pregnant. When it's time for her to have the baby, it's a crisis. It's painful. It's hurtful. She can get hurt. When I said hurt, she can die. The baby can die. It's a crisis. But yet, a crisis is a birthplace. Crisis also will reveal people that are dishonest, disloyal friends, disloyal family, disloyal people in your circle. So when crisis happens, it's usually something that's coming forward. A lot of people made a lot of money after 9/11. People came up with security system to put it at the airport. People come up with all kind of stuff, So you must find out. You must really seek to see who can help you to come out of it. That's very important. So for me to finish, the last thing I'd like to say is, crisis is the first evidence of favorable change. That's powerful. Because sometimes somebody might accuse you, but then that creates a crisis, but that also reveals to you that this person should not be trusted. And then that increases your wisdom, and also increases your way of thinking, make you wiser and smarter. Not only that, but it brings out the diligence in you, make you start not only thinking, but all of a sudden you got it. This is what you've been going through. Well, I'm going through foreclosure. This is what I need to do to make my money, or what I need to do to pay my bills, or what I need to accomplish. You see, so don't just see things. So that's why I think a great man said that once. He said, "In my world, nothing goes wrong. In my world, nothing goes wrong, because whatever I'm going through right now, he says he not only is learning from it, but it will never happen again. Anything that comes in his life can only happen once." Why? Because he learned his lesson every time, and then he moved forward, he moved away from it, and he increases his knowledge, and therefore no more crisis, no more, the same thing will not happen again. That crisis is over, and it will never happen because he learned his lesson. Okay? So I just wanted to give you this piece of wisdom on crisis and on danger and problem, and in your future or in your present situation. Don't kill yourself. Don't commit suicide. Don't be foolish. Don't think there's a better world, where I'm gonna kill myself and I'm gonna end up on the other side and things are better there. No, things are not better there. If things are bad for you here and you kill yourself, that shows that you're a coward. That shows that you don't understand how life is. And if you're a Christian, that's even worse, because if you kill yourself, you're going to hell. Because you have no right to take your life, and you won't have time to ask for forgiveness, because once you kill yourself, you're dead. And you can't ask for forgiveness unless here on earth. So don't kill yourself, don't kill other people, don't hurt other people, don't mess with other people. Come out of your crisis, use your wisdom, use your knowledge, and you will gain experience, you'll become better, and you'll become a stronger version of who you're supposed to be. This is Coach David Halal, fearlessly and passionately teaching you from A to Z and pursuing his call and his destiny. Don't forget to subscribe. Forward this message to all your friends on your phone, no matter who they are, whether they will like it or not. Send it to them because they need it. You'll be surprised how many people might say, well, I don't want to hear it, or this guy, I don't want to listen to him, or I don't even understand what he's saying, or this or that. But one day they'll think, oh my God, I think, I had this information from this, from that, and they can benefit from it. Don't forget that, okay? So I'll see you again. See you on the next subject that might start with a C or a D. See you later. Bye-bye.